The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go. 180! Get the ball!
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Well, Raheem Mostert, he was great in that NFC title game, 220 yards. But Super Bowl, 58 yards on 12 carries, though he did score the touchdown in the third quarter to put the Niners up 20-10.
And think about the journey of Raheem Mostert and what he's traveled. That he has a 220-yard game, 4 touchdowns in the NFC title game that you just mentioned. But only getting 12 carries in the Super Bowl, I don't think in his wildest dreams he would have thought, I only got 12 carries in a Super Bowl. That tells you how valuable he became and what people will focus on. And don't forget Tevin Coleman, the great comeback from the dislocated shoulder against Green Bay in the title game. 5 carries, 28 yards in the Super Bowl, came back to start that game, showed a great amount of toughness, but they didn't run it nearly as much as we expected, and they ended up with the result that maybe was unexpected too, a loss in the Super Bowl.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Switch! Hey, echo!
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Ready to break. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. We go. Bang, 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 bang.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. Well, that man, Derrick Henry, boy, was he one of the stories of the postseason. Leading rusher in the NFL during the regular season, but even then, kind of under the radar. But he really showed America how valuable he was during that Titans postseason run. A 3-game stretch starting with Week 17, Charles, 211 against Houston, 182 versus the Pats, and 195 in Baltimore.
And what I think is surprising for people is, as you said, he was under the radar. But if you go back 2 seasons when they had a little bit of playoff success, remember when they won in Kansas City? People remember the play where Marcus Mariota got the ball batted back to him. What they may have forgotten was Derrick Henry shredding the Kansas City defense with well over 100 yards in that game. So in playoff time, when he plays big, which he normally does, Tennessee tends to have success. That's the kind of back that they have in Derrick Henry.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Ready? 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch a slant, watch a slant. Get it.
A 1st down carry for Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
You're not going anywhere.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Completes it to Davis. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it's not every day you see a defense pick the ball off and already have 6 points without moving.
And on that play, no distance to run. Similar play, although it didn't happen right in the end zone, but you remember that Washington-Los Angeles Super Bowl where Joe Theismann tried to throw the screen pass? I can't remember the number, but he tried to throw the screen pass, and Jack Squire got it with no one around and just waltzed in and pretty much broke their backs. That's a similar play, although this one didn't have to run at all.
Here we go. Stats guy Johnny on the spot. Super Bowl 18, 38-9. It was in Tampa. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On second down, it's Coleman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
This is Mostert. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Garoppolo looks to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill going up top. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout,
Here we go.
making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Garoppolo, final shot here before half. And this is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to...
Derrick Henry all alone. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what.
Now a hit and a loose football. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some...
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Well, they only had a yard to go. They tried to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and he dialed up the pressure and got to him.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something...
And a loose football.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Retains possession.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. There's Garoppolo to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Let's go. 8, read. March by 4. Ricky.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let it.
56. Check 56. Yo.
Fire.
On first down, it's Henry. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
91.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Again, it's Henry. Past the 20. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Extra point try now for Succop. And that stretches the lead to 27. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20. And